All right, Miami Dolphins. Welcome back to another edition of Miami Pod Squad. It's the holidays. People are busy. People have things to do, spend time with family, shopping, and rocking. But as you know, always, we're all about the Miami Dolphins here on the Pod Squad. And this weekend, a new era of Miami Dolphin football has begun. Quinn Ewers, hook 'em horns, started his first game for the Miami Dolphins. The Tua era is essentially over. I'm pretty sure we'll never see Tua on the field for the Miami Dolphins again unless there's an extreme emergency the last 2 weeks. Marv, how did you feel about that offensive beatdown of the Miami Dolphins defense in Quinn Ewers' first start as a Miami Dolphin?
Well, I mean, it showed our defense. I mean, we have problems in the secondary matching up against an all-pro caliber quarterback with two all-pro receivers. I mean, they're a tough matchup no matter who's facing them. I thought we did pretty good in the first half, but you can't overcome 3 second-half turnovers. I think they all 3 came in the third quarter. One was a fumble by the tight end, then a interception where it was a good throw, but the guy made a really nice play, tipped the ball up, and then one bad throw, which is going to happen with rookie quarterbacks. But all in all, I thought the quarterback looked like, it wasn't too big for him. He looked like he could perform in that level, and so we'll see what we got moving forward. I mean, I'm excited to see what he does this week against the Tampa Bay, another pretty good defense, but they're struggling. Their offense is nowhere near as good as Cincinnati, so hopefully, we won't have to score 50 points to win the ball game. And win or lose, that really doesn't matter at this point. I mean, I'm okay with whatever. I just want to see what the quarterback does and what we've got moving forward.
Well, as you know, anytime you play the Buccaneers, there's a lot of state pride. The Miami Dolphins and the Buccaneers are only, I think, 8 seasons or 10 seasons removed for each other, maybe 12. I think the Bucs were 76 with the Seahawks, if I'm not mistaken. So 10 years between both these teams being born in Florida. And both teams have, especially the Bucs, after 96 became a whole different franchise. Once they changed those uniforms, they were a whole different team. I remember going down to the Sombrero in 96 and seeing Warwick Dunn just absolutely decimate that Miami Dolphin defense, which was a pretty good defense at the time. So it's always a state rivalry because, especially here in Orlando, it's about even Steven, Dolphins, Bucs fans. And especially during this game. So personally, I would like to see the Dolphins win it, especially with our rookie quarterback. A lot of bragging rights there, but there's also a part of me that would kind of like to see the Bucs do well because all I do is hear about the Bucs. They're the local team here in Orlando. They're always on TV. They never have to share time with the Jaguars like the Dolphins do. But so for me personally, I would like to see the Dolphins win this game. But hey, if it's a better draft pick and us getting one more step to maybe getting a franchise quarterback or seeing if Quinn Ewers is the man to lead us for the next few years, be the next Tom Brady coming out of the 6th round, I'm down with it.
Yeah, I mean, anytime you suit up and go out on the field, you'd like to see your team win. I mean, I would prefer to them win and worry about a draft pick later. But, winning or losing is not nearly as important right now as it normally is just because our season, we've got 2 games left. I mean, after next week, there's no more football. Whether we win the last 2, lose the last 2, split them, whatever. So really, right now, I think the most important thing is evaluating the quarterback and evaluating the head coach. Is Mike McDaniel staying for another year? And if so, is Quinn Ewers our quarterback moving forward? Or do we need to, try to get as high a draft pick and draft that franchise quarterback? That's all questions that the front office and whoever the new general manager is going to have to answer. And we need to get it right because it seems like for the last 25 years we've done nothing but get stuff wrong. And we've got to get it right because until you get the right head coach and the right quarterback, you're not going to do anything in this league. You need both. You need a quarterback and you need a head coach. Is Mike McDaniel the right head coach? There are times where I feel like he is. And then there's other times where I feel like, oh my God, we waste timeouts. We have stupid penalties. We need somebody that can get better control of that. I don't know. There are some things I like about McDaniel. I would love to see him with a better quarterback because people can say, well, Tua's numbers, but Tua's not the same guy he was 2 years ago. So, but time will tell, I guess.
Well, let me ask you this, a couple of scenarios. We got the biggest cap hit in the history of the NFL with Tua's contract. I think everybody's seen that in the news. There's no sense rehashing it. Maybe we're going to owe him $90 million over the next 2 years. I heard some rumors that we might be able to save $30 million by cutting Tyreek Hill, which I don't think he'll never play another game as a Miami Dolphin, and I'm cool with that. I've also seen scenarios where maybe the Ravens let go of Harbaugh, which I think would be absolutely not the right move for the Ravens to do. But if they do let go of Harbaugh, and as we know, Stephen Ross is a meddler. He likes to meddle. He's the exact opposite of Jerry Jones. He's the kind of owner that never makes the right choice, unlike Jerry Jones has in a few situations. But would you like to see Jim Harbaugh maybe as the Miami Dolphins head coach if those rumors are true in Baltimore that he might be let go?
You mean John Harbaugh, not Jim. Jim's job is very secure. Jim's job is very secure in San Diego or in Los Angeles right now. We actually had this conversation earlier on a podcast where I brought it up. I don't remember if it's one that maybe got nixed or one. I think if the Ravens get rid of him, that we have to.
Can I get you, Playboy?
At least kick the tires to see if he would come. But how do you do that without? How do you do that without firing McDaniel? So, Harbaugh's a great coach. There's Michigan ties there, which we all know Stephen Ross is a big Michigan booster. That's a good question. Yeah, I was just saying that we had that conversation. I believe we had that conversation earlier on a podcast. I think John Harbaugh's a great coach. There's Michigan ties there. I believe we would be interested in him, but I'm frozen. Is this? There we go.
Well, I didn't get any warnings on your.
Well, remember last time you recorded at the bar, I froze.
Right, there we go.
And nothing came up, so I didn't want to. But yeah, I mean.
Yeah.
But how do you go after Harbaugh without firing McDaniel? And if you don't want to fire McDaniel, but then you want Harbaugh and you fire McDaniel and then Harbaugh says no, then you're really up the creek. So you're going to have to, if that becomes an option, you're almost going to have to go talk to Harbaugh while McDaniel's still there and see, hey, are you interested in this job? And then again, we might be firing McDaniel no matter what. I don't know. I think he's going to stay another year because I think Ross likes him. But Harbaugh could throw a whole nother scenario in there. I don't know. I think Baltimore's
making the point where if McDaniel stays, he might as well just go ahead.
I was just going to say I think Baltimore's crazy if they fire him, but that was all I was going to say.
Yeah, I agree with you also. I mean, it's had a couple of rough seasons, but they've also had some injury-plagued seasons for the Ravens. And here's the situation I've always come to see. Like Jim Harbaugh had a chance, I believe, to coach the Miami Dolphins and totally passed it up to stay at Michigan. Maybe win a national title, whatever you want to say. But I think the Harbaughs might be wise enough to know that maybe working for Stephen Ross is not the right move, because I 100% believe that half of our problems is because our owner likes to meddle in the draft and pick the players that he thinks are good. Just like this past draft, we get the kid out of Michigan in the first round, and I think the only reason we get that kid is because he played for Michigan. If that kid played for Alabama, we would have got another kid that played for Michigan. And the Chad Henne era was all Stephen Ross. So it always comes back around to, I think Stephen Ross wanted Tua. Brian Flores didn't want Tua. He wanted Justin Herbert. And it's just coming back to that same old scenario where Stephen Ross likes to meddle and makes life harder on coaches and GMs. And I think Chris Greer was just a Stephen Ross yes man and also a Patriot plant. But I'll leave it right there.
I do want to touch something, getting back to Tua. Did you see the reports this week? I'm sure you did, that we offered 4 first-round draft picks to trade up to draft Burrow in the 2020 draft. I mean, and I knew we wanted Burrow, and obviously he was going to go first. Cincinnati was smart enough not to make that trade, because I think that would have totally. But if we had made that trade, we would not have had Tyreek Hill, because we would not have had the draft capital to go out and trade for Tyreek Hill had we made 4 first-rounders for Tua.
Yeah.
And I do agree with you. I do not think Tyreek Hill will ever play in a Dolphins uniform again, and I'm 100% all right with that. I don't know if we can even get anything for him at this point, coming off that just horrific looking injury. I think he'll still be a good player. I don't think he'll be the same player he was, because he was built a lot on speed, and I just don't see how he's ever going to be as fast as he once was after the leg did what it did on that Monday night game. But, wish him the best, whatever. But I see him and Tua both being gone after this season.
All right, Big Marv, I'm back, baby. We're slinging drinks here at Piper Pit on Christmas Eve, bro. We're open.
Yeah, we got to watch Tim work a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, we'll probably cut through that. You won't get to see it. But
100%.
That part out.
Because I didn't talk or anything, because I figured we would just cut it out. So, yeah.
Yeah, that was perfect. All right, so we would like to have Harbaugh. And I like the 4 picks. I mean, I think I would have done that if that was as a fan and knowing what we know now. But when we had the offensive line to protect Joe Burrow, I don't think so. I think it would have been the same situation we had in Cincinnati, giving up 4 draft picks. And I think the only draft pick we had was Jalen Waddle and Jalen Phillips. Who else was in that mix?
Well, Waddle came.
The 4 first-rounders that we would have gave up for Burrow. Oh, we probably would have gave up the 3 first-rounders we already had, right?
We would
in the 2020 draft, like the ones where we got Austin Jackson to Igbenogany.
Yeah,
would that have been a part of the 4 draft?
I would have guessed. Well, we would have definitely gave up the Tua pick, which was the 5th pick, and probably the picks in that draft, and probably the one where we got Waddle the following year. So,
dude, I'll take that.
I mean,
to be honest, I'll take that.
Yeah,
knowing what we know now.
I mean, back
Austin
then,
Jackson's a great run blocking tackle.
Even back then, I would have been all for it, because Burrow just had that look about him in college, and we would have been able to, our team would look different, but there's no way of knowing who we would have ended up with. Like I said, we would have definitely probably not been able to get Tyreek Hill, just because we wouldn't have been able to pull off that draft or that trade, but maybe we could have. I don't know. That would have been something, Burrow playing with Tyreek Hill. But, we can't go back. All we can do is try to move forward, whether we've got the quarterback on the roster or whether it's somebody we're going to draft. I saw this week where the Jets, and you hear a lot of stuff, half of it's true, half of it's not, but the Jets are just enamored by the quarterback from Vanderbilt. And that's who they really, really like. So New York Jets, as a Dolphin fan, I plead to you, if you end up with the first pick and your choice, please take the quarterback from Vanderbilt. Please take him. Don't take Mendoza.
Yes.
Take the quarterback from Vanderbilt. I think
there's no way that's true. That would be such a Jet move, dude. That would be such a Jet move.
There's
no way that's true.
I read it. I don't know if it's true or not, but that's what they were saying.
No, hey, if this kid from Vanderbilt's available at our pick, I'm all for it. But take him over Mendoza? Nah, dude.
I don't see that at all. I think the Raiders are going to end up with that high. I mean, they play the Giants this weekend. Whoever wins that game, whoever loses that game is going to have the first pick more than likely. The Raiders need a quarterback more than the Giants do. I think Mendoza ends up with the Raiders.
Oh, yeah.
But I saw
100%. I mean, if the Giants
saw
get the first
somewhere
draft pick, they already got their quarterback.
Somebody has Mendoza as the second best quarterback in the draft. They've got somebody actually higher, and I can't remember who it was. It wasn't the kid from Vanderbilt. It was somebody else.
Or the kid from Bama. Is it the kid from Bama?
No, it wasn't him. It wasn't. Oh, gosh, who was it? I'll have to figure it out and let you know, because I did see it and I was like really kind of surprised. I was like, wow, they got Mendoza second. It wasn't. I'm pretty sure it wasn't the kid from Ohio State either.
So you want to get to our Oh no, that's not. That wouldn't sound right. Whoever wrote that article, I mean, I'm not a Mel Kiper. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, I think it's pretty clear that Mendoza is the best quarterback in college, from my opinion. But I don't know much, you know.
Well, I mean, I'm anxious to see what Mendoza does against Alabama, because he didn't. They won the game against Ohio State, but it's not like he set the world on fire, and that's really the only legit defense he played this year. So, not that Alabama's got the greatest defense, but they're still Alabama. They're still an SEC defense. So, I want to see kind of what he does against them in the Rose Bowl.
I mean, I took Alabama in the points, to be honest with you.
I almost think Alabama's going to win that game outright. And I might be wrong, but
yeah,
there was a time before the Oklahoma game that they lost, and then the Georgia SEC title game where they looked awful. I thought Alabama had a legit shot at winning it all. They looked like they kind of turned back into that after Oklahoma jumped up 17-0 Friday night. So I think they're going to be a hard out. I think they're better than any, with the exception of Ohio State, which Indiana played them at home. I think Alabama's better than any team they've played. Or Indiana played them on the Big Ten championship game, so they played them at a neutral site. But I think Alabama presents more problems for them than even Ohio State, because Alabama's offense is better than Ohio State. Ohio State does not have a great offense. So, but that'll be next week's conversation.
Top 5, Power 5.
Yeah, this is going to be a wing.
We talk about how Miami beat them. I mean, I feel like my top 5 is the same.
So you're leaving the Rams. You're leaving the Rams.
Bills.
You're leaving the Rams and Denver up top, even though they both lost.
Dude, I mean, I don't see how Jacksonville beat. I don't see how Jacksonville beat the Broncos, man. For some reason, I can't believe in Jacksonville, because they're always that team that looks good and then they just flounder. Here lately, but they're always that team that came out of nowhere. It's like in '96, their second year in existence, they went all the way to the championship game, and in that one year when they had Blake Bortles, should have beat the Patriots. A lot of bad calls against the Jaguars in that game. Oh my God, that was the equivalent of the Ohio State-Miami 2002 national title game in the NFL.
Hey, let's make a deal. All you Miami Hurricane fans out there that have been crying for 23 fucking years over a pass interference call that maybe was a bad call, but here's the thing: Miami was supposed to be the greatest college football team in the history of college football, but you let Ohio State hang around for a call to beat you. So if Ohio State beats you next week, can we please never fucking bring up that game 2.5 decades later that you lost, and just get over it and move on? God. Jeez, you lost the game.
I'm not letting it go.
Game.
That was 15 seconds after the play. Everybody celebrating, having a good time, and then here comes a flag. And unfortunately, there's a big injury.
If you were as good as you claimed to be, it wouldn't have been that damn close.
Who was it, McGahee or Clinton Portis? Was it McGahee or Clinton Portis that had the big leg injury? It kind of brought the team down a little bit, and then we, came back and made it and just played the Miami way. There was a big injury in that game.
Greatest
When you lose your
college
best
team
player.
ever assembled.
But
you
really,
let,
that's the whole
you
NFL
let Ohio
squad,
State stick around and beat you.
That was the year before.
As much as I hate Ohio State, I'm almost glad they won that game just to hear all the fucking whining coming out of Miami. Jeez, get over it.
If that happened to the Gators, you'd be doing the same thing.
Hey, all I know is we played Ohio State for a national championship.
Jesus didn't come.
We played Ohio State for a national championship, and it wasn't close enough for a call to beat us.
Well, y'all had Jesus on your team.
He was a backup.
Or was that Chris Leak era?
That was the Chris Leak game.
You still had Jesus on your team.
Tebow was there, but he was a backup.
You still had Jesus. You had Jesus as a co-pilot, bro. Nobody was beating Florida back in them days. So who's your number 5? Are you going first or am I going first on this Power 5?
I'm going first. Give me just a second, okay?
Oh, yeah, no rush, buddy.
I did not make one this week, so we're going to be doing this on the fly.
Yeah.
So usually I have mine kind of wrote down, or at least kind of what I thought I was going to do. But I am going to go number 5. The before mentioned, they went to Denver and won a game, so I'm going to give them their flowers. I'm going to make the Jacksonville Jaguars my number 5 team.
Woo. Okay. Good luck, buddy. I don't believe in the Jaguars, and I don't think I'm going to, because as my number 5 team in that same division, but not the Jaguars, give me the Houston Texans at number 5. Best defense in the league, and that's what's going to win Super Bowls.
I don't know. They didn't look great
aren't
last
the
week.
Texans like on a 9-game win streak or something crazy?
They've won a bunch in a
Hey, it's the
row. I'll give you
NFL.
that.
Sometimes you look not so great.
All right, who you got at number 4?
There's another team. Oh, number 4. Oh, a team I think is just going to get better the healthier they get. At number 4, I got the San Francisco 49ers. Watch out. Watch out. Because, I mean, there might be 3 teams from the same division in my top 5 because they're all so good, I can't decide who's better.
Well, I've got a. We'll talk about that later in my picks. So, all right, number 4. I got the New England Patriots. I thought they were done Sunday night.
Ooh,
they were down by 10.
Low, huh?
They were down by 10 with 8 minutes left in Baltimore. Baltimore fighting for their playoffs lives. And they came back and won that game. And that impressed me. So I'm going to go New England Patriots.
You know what? And I'm going to start out number 3 with the New England Patriots myself. And I have a feeling that we might see an AFC championship game either in Buffalo versus New England or in New England versus Buffalo. I think that might be the AFC championship, and it's going to be a hell of a game. As a Dolphin fan, who do you pull for? Injuries, of course. You definitely don't want any of those teams to go to the Super Bowl, but I got the New England Patriots, and that was a great comeback in Baltimore. So I got them at number 3.
I got the number 3 team. I've got the Denver Broncos.
Not a bad choice.
I know they lost. I'm like you. I don't know how they lost that game, but they did lose it. Jaguars is a little bit better than what I gave them credit for. I do think Houston's probably number 6. Whoever wins that division, kind of there together. But yeah, I got the Broncos. So you give me your 2, and then I'll give you my 2 and 1, and you can give me my 1. Because I'm just letting you know you're not going to like what I've got to say at 1 because I'm cheating, but that's what I'm going to do.
Oh shit! Oh.
Who's your number 2?
I should give you my 1 and 2 right now.
No, you give you your 2, and then I'll go 2 1, and then you can give me your 1.
All right, gotcha. I got the Seattle Seahawks at number 2.
All right. My
They
number
won a
two.
great game against the Rams, probably the game of the year.
Yep, I agree. My number two, it didn't work last week. Hopefully it works this week. I'm going to go Buffalo Bills number two.
Oh, my goodness. Look at this guy. He's trying to put the jinx on him.
Buffalo Bills are number two.
Trying to put the jinx on him hard.
So, who's my number one?
Man, so we don't have a...
I don't have an NFC West team
well,
in
that's the
there.
Seahawks, buddy.
Is it the Rams? Is it the Seahawks?
Oh.
Is it the Niners? I like all three of these teams so much, I can't decide. I'm going to go with a three-way tie for first to see whoever wins the division and just put whoever wins
No
the
way.
NFC West. I've got the Rams, the Seahawks, and the Niners as my tied for first place
Dirty
number
dog,
one
dude.
team in the NFL because I don't know who's better. They all are bunched up. They all look good. The Niners have a huge game in Chicago this weekend, and then the Niners and Seahawks play the last game of the season. So, I mean, the NFC West is just going to be a wild finish, and I didn't have time to really think about it, so I'm just putting all three of them tied for first place.
And I got the Rams at number one. So both of us have, I got 3 NFC West teams in my top 5, and Marv has 3 NFC West in his top 7. He cheated.
I told you. I was just going to cheat this week. Because here's the thing. We don't have the Bears.
It's going to make me drink another tea time, guys.
Neither one of us have the Bears in the top 5, and they should be. I probably should have put them 5th instead of the Jaguars.
I mean, they're my number 6, man.
But
Dude, I mean, I was wanting so bad to put them in over the 49ers, and that was what a great comeback on a Thursday night. Was it Thursday night?
no, Saturday night.
Or Saturday night. It was an absolute, and it was 16-6. And I was like, if the Bears can pull this off, I'm 100% buying in on the Bears. And it was a great, Caleb Williams, man, he has impressed me a whole lot, man. I like that kid.
Here's the thing about the Bears. They go to San Francisco for Sunday Night Football. And I'm not going to get into my picks right now, but they just had the biggest win they've had in probably over a decade. Beating Green Bay with the division on the line. Bears fans hate Green Bay. Shout out to my boy Cameron, Bears fan. He said it was one of the greatest sports weekends of his life. He's only 30. But he's like, man, it was just awesome. He said, and the Bears beating the Packers. He hates the Packers with a passion, which I understand. But now, how do they play against a good 49er team on the road after that huge, huge win? If they somehow go out there and get that win, we're going to have to start talking about the Bears as a potential Super Bowl team, in my opinion. That's going to be a rough.
I 100% agree.
That's
with
going to be a rough ask though to come off that emotional high, go out to San Francisco, play a team that's battling for the division, and both teams are battling for home field. I mean that Sunday night game's a huge. That's got playoff game written all over it. That's going to be a good football game.
Yeah, and let's thank God for the NFL Flex, dude.
Yes. I don't know what the original game was, but this has to be better than whatever the original game was. Just like last week, you know.
And when you wake up Christmas morning, you open your presents, remember the NFL gave you one by moving the Bears and the 49ers to Sunday night.
Very true.
And you thank baby Jesus for that too.
Well, every year I get Dolphin stuff for Christmas, and usually I'm mad at them by Christmas, which this shirt I'm wearing is the Tribute to the Troop Dolphin shirt. It's an early Christmas present from my wife. It's got some stuff on the back, but, love my Dolphin stuff. I think I need to start getting Brave stuff for Christmas and Dolphin stuff for my birthday. That way I'm not mad
There
at
you
those
go,
teams. Because my birthday's in the middle of summer, so I'm kind of building up for football season. But, yeah.
I almost wore Panther gear this morning because they had another great comeback against the
Carolina
Hurricanes,
Hurricanes.
a.k.a. the Carolina Dorothy Hamels. Another 2-0 lead they blow with 15 minutes left. We just scored 5 in a flurry. And look at, how great are the Panthers without Barkov and Tkachuk, and they're still beating teams down, really good teams.
Carolina Hurricanes, when you see the Florida Panthers, just lay down. Just forfeit. Just go back in the dressing room. We own you. We own you, Carolina Hurricanes. Yeah, ended up hanging
matter of fact, when you see a team from Florida, just lay down. They did the same thing against Tampa. Had a 3-0 lead and blow it. They got a 3-0 lead quick, though, like the first period. And classic Tampa, they locked them down, too. Carolina is nothing but a Dorothy Hamill team. So are the Toronto Maple Leafs. Nothing but Dorothy Hamills out there. At least get a Tanya Harding on your team.
Somebody's going to take out a kneecap?
Yeah, something, man. Get some toughness in there.
I know you're working, so let's move on to our picks. That way, I'm gonna turn on a light for them. That way, we can get off here and you can get this edited and get it on there. Do we want to discuss last week's
my buddy
picks?
Travis is doing. Travis, how you doing back there?
Do we want to discuss?
Yeah, man. I think I don't know. I don't know if I broke even or if I gained ground on you.
Do you really think you gained ground on me?
Man, I was praying for the best, dude.
Bro, we had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 games different. Like 5 games different, bro.
And I won all 5 of them.
One of the games we had different was the Patriots.
And I won all 5 of them.
One game we had different was the Patriots and Ravens. You had the Ravens. You had the Patriots. I had the Ravens. You beat me. You beat me on that game. Good job. Good job. You beat me on that game.
Yep.
Now let's go over the other games we had different.
Good move.
I had the Bengals. You had the Dolphins. How'd that turn out for you?
Well, you know what I'm saying, man. I believe the kid Quinn Ewers, dude. Hook 'em horns.
All right. I had Buffalo and you had Cleveland.
I knew better than that.
All right.
Almost.
You had Kansas City, and I picked your boy Cam Ward and the Titans. How'd that work out for you?
Yeah.
What there's
happened
more.
to Gardner Minshew, man? He used to have some magic. Where was that Minshew magic?
But wait, there's more. You had Tampa Bay, and I had the Carolina Panthers. Baker Mayfield. Good job, Baker.
Yeah, dude, bake.
So
bake
out of the 5, I
Bake
won
and
4
shake.
of them. So you were 9-7. I was 12-4. So I now have a 6-game lead.
That's not good.
I am 145 and 80, and you are 139 and 86.
Yeah.
I now have a 6-game lead.
The pickles where I got to pick opposite of you every time.
Oh God! So week 17, we are starting on Christmas Day. We got a triple header on Christmas Day, and the NFL. This is not the greatest. Hold on. Not the greatest of games, but give me just a second, okay?
So we got 3 games on Thursday?
Yep.
We got 3 games on Thursday?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Hold on a second.
I mean, we got some decent games.
I mean, they're not bad or rivalries, but like the first game, both teams are out of the playoff hunt. So, hold on.
And we got 2 games on Saturday.
Yep.
So Sunday is going to be light.
Yep.
And every one of them's on 1 o'clock.
Yeah,
There's only 2 4 o'clock games.
Yeah, there's
One,
only
two, three,
there's
four,
only
five,
2 4
six,
o'clock games.
7. NFL, can we fix that, please? Can we try to make it even?
All right.
Like, I think Miami, Jacksonville, and Tampa should have some 4 o'clock games, especially early in the year.
All right. So, first game on the agenda is the Dallas Cowboys going to Washington to play the Commanders. I go first this week. So, this is one of those games that both teams are out of the playoff hunt. It's a rivalry game.
Yep.
I don't know how much that means in the NFL these days compared to, the 80s. I mean, it's still a rivalry, but, back when we were growing up, teams hated each other. I mean, players, fans, they
and these
they
two
hated
teams
each
really
other.
hated each other.
Yeah. I think the Cowboys are a better
These
team.
are always classics. For 20 years, these games are classics.
I think the Cowboys are the better team. I'm not sure if Jaden Daniels is playing. I feel like I'm going to go Dallas.
Yeah. If I'm the Redskins, I'm not playing Jalen Daniels at all. But
No.
here's the thing. This game's in Washington. Is it in Dallas?
No, it's in Washington. You're right. It's in
See
Washington.
here. Okay.
It's in
all right,
Washington.
Okay. I think, the Cowboys might be in mellow-in mode. I don't know. But I gotta go. I think this is a safe one where I can go opposite of you and take the Washington Redskins. I think this is a 50-50 game.
I do too. All right. So, second pick. You go first. We got the Detroit Lions barely holding on to a possible playoff berth. Going to Minnesota to play the Vikings. Who you got?
Another divisional game. Lions on the road. And, man, I don't know what happened to the Lions, man. They should – I know they're dealing with a lot of injury, especially in the secondary. I thought some of these guys were coming back. I don't know who came back. I know they had a safety come back. But I just one of these situations where maybe the Lions have more to lose and Minnesota can play a little more loose. And I think you're going to take the Lions, so I'm going to take the Vikings. I got to make up some ground this week. I'm making desperate picks.
All 3 games on Christmas are division games, by the way. Minnesota beat Detroit in Detroit. I think Dan Campbell will have his team ready to play. They have a shot because the Packers are playing without their quarterback this week and are banged up, and they need the Packers to lose 2 and then to win 2. I think Detroit wins this game.
Ooh.
All right, we're going to put you to a test
There we
on
go.
this one. We got the Denver Broncos going to Kansas
All right.
City to play the Chiefs. I'm going to go Denver Broncos and give you the chance to take the 3-time defending AFC champions to make up a game here.
Yeah.
I'm going Denver Broncos.
Yeah. This is a hard one to go against you. Because if you lose to the Tennessee Titans, and there's obviously no more Minshew magic. I gotta, what I'm saying, go ahead and defer and just, 'cause if I pick the Chiefs, and I tell you what, if the Chiefs end up winning this game, I'm going to hate myself for it. But it's a division game; anything can happen. But I think we see how weak this version of the Chiefs are without Patrick Mahomes. And just Minshew against that defense. He's not Trevor Lawrence. He's not Etienne. He's not Travis Hunter. And Jacksonville does have a great offensive line. So give me the Broncos. I gotta stick with the ground and not lose ground on this pick.
All right. Houston Texans at the Los Angeles Chargers. This is Saturday game. This is the early Saturday game.
This is a good game.
This is a really good Saturday game.
Yeah. I'm taking the Houston Texans. I think their defense is absolutely phenomenal. And, I do like the Chargers. But I believe this is the best defense in the NFL, pound for pound. I think the Texans are going to be flexing. Yeah, I think they just had one of those weeks where they were off after they've been on so much, and they didn't lose the game that they could have lost for being a team that's off. But, I think this is a matchup that goes better for the Texans than it does the Chargers. And hopefully the Chargers don't see the Texans in the playoffs, because I think Texans defense makes the difference in this game.
This is a very good football game. The Chargers scare me. They're up and down. I think the Texans are the better team. I too am going to go Houston Texans in this game. I like their defense too much. All right, Saturday nightcap game. You got the Baltimore Ravens.
Game, I'll be shocked.
You got the Baltimore Ravens barely holding on to a playoff chances, barely holding on. Going to Green Bay to play the Jordan Loveless Green Bay Packers.
Ooh.
This is a toughie.
Who is it? Marcus Willis is their backup quarterback?
Yeah.
It is a tough one.
Yeah.
Because, I don't think Lamar Jackson's 100% either. Is it my choice? Am I going
No,
first?
I go first. I go first in this one.
All right, good.
I'm going to say that Green Bay clinches a playoff berth with a win. Even though they're going to have a backup quarterback,
Okay.
they'll have some Lambeau magic. I'm going to say the Packers find a way to win this game. Baltimore has just not looked good lately.
And I think this is a good chance for me to make up ground. I think the Packers go in too, but I think this is going to be a close ball game. But, I think Baltimore has a really good chance of winning it. So I think this is a good chance for me to make up the game. Maybe Mars throwing me a softball right here. So I'm going to take the Ravens in this one just to make up some ground.
All right. 1 o'clock Sunday. The Pittsburgh Steelers at the Cleveland Browns.
This is a tough one. I think the Browns are a decent team that's playing. I think they're a 7-9, 8-8 team, 9-7 team that's playing under expectations. Does anybody else have that feeling, or is it just me? But the Steelers are playing for a playoff lives. Aaron Rodgers seems like he's playing good football right now. They won a very impressive game last week, I believe, a game I didn't think they would win. Man, part of me thinks the Browns are going to win this game. I think their defensive line could absolutely cause. You know what? I think you're going to pick the Steelers, and the Browns have to do something for me. I took them last week, and they showed up for 3 quarters, and then they fell off. I'm taking the Cleveland Browns one more time. Let's go. I think you're taking the Steelers. That's why I'm doing it.
I picked the Packers to beat the Ravens. If I'm right on that pick, the Steelers have the division clinched. They won't be playing. Aaron Rodgers might not even play if they've got the division clinched. I don't know. He might not. I like Cleveland's defensive line, and I like what Sanders is doing. I'm going Cleveland Browns also. I think they beat Pittsburgh.
Look at that son of a bitch. Look at that son of a bitch. Look at that guy. He's throwing in the technicalities. I didn't even think about that part. The Ravens do lose, they're done.
Yeah. So
I did take the Ravens, though, right?
Yeah, you took the Ravens.
Yeah.
You took the Ravens.
So, therefore, I got to take the Browns. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So, the New England Patriots are traveling to the Meadowlands to play the New York Jets. The Jets are the biggest trash team in the NFL right now. They're horrible. New England can take a step towards clinching the division. We are going New England Patriots, and if you want the home team, feel free to take them.
I think the Jets are intentionally losing. I don't know. I still can't name this quarterback. I know he's number 4. What are the Jets doing? They're intentionally losing. We know this. The Patriots are going to absolutely run over the Jets. This is going to be a 30-point beat. We should probably just go the spread on this game, on how much the Patriots going to win by, instead of just picking the Patriots. But I'm cool with it. I'll maintain my ground and take the Patriots.
All right, the New Orleans Saints going to Nashville to play the Tennessee Titans.
Wow. I'm going first, huh?
Yep.
I'm taking the Saints. I think they're the better team, so they should win this game. But
I really thought you would take the Titans because Cam Ward and Cam Ward's jockstrap and all, and you didn't take him last week and he won.
Yeah.
Dude, the Saints have been playing much better football lately. That quarterback they got's not bad. I'm going Saints also. I think the Titans beat Kansas City because Kansas City don't have a quarterback. So, yeah.
Yeah. And I picked Kansas City because I had to make up ground on you, and I thought that might have been my best chance.
All right, we got the Jacksonville Jaguars going to Indianapolis to play the Colts. Look, the Phillip Rivers story's cute. It's good. But the Colts are a team that's heading the wrong direction. I put them number 5. I'm going Jaguars.
Oh, man, Fat Elvis looked good in that first quarter against a really good 49ers team. I mean, there was hope. There's going to be a lot of hunka burning love, baby. Phillip Rivers, I'm the king of Indianapolis. But it didn't happen for Phillip Rivers. I'm cheering for him, man. I would love to see, since the Dolphins are out of it, if the Colts win the Super Bowl, I'm cool with it. And we're also probably seeing the second biggest collapse in NFL history. Maybe the Colts will take over for the Miami Dolphins, who were 9-2 in 1993 and lost their last 5 games and missed the playoffs. So we might be seeing another epic collapse. The Dolphins was because of injuries and an injured Dan Marino, and it looks like the Colts are going to go that same route by not really having as many injuries, but they had a key injury at quarterback. I think Danny Jones still in this lineup. The Colts are in the playoffs, maybe even fighting for home field advantage. That's not the case. Yeah, I don't see the Colts winning this. Jaguars, but this is one of those things where I can see the Jaguars being the Jacksonville Jaguars and losing this game. Because the Jacksonville Jaguars have a hard time holding their water. That water balloon could bust at any moment, and I still don't believe in them.
The Seattle Seahawks going to Charlotte to play the Carolina Panthers. The first place Carolina Panthers.
This is a low-key good game. Yeah, I know, low-key good game.
And you're first.
Oh, well, I have a feeling deep in my heart that you're going to take the Seattle Seahawks. Now, I know you're going to take the Seattle Seahawks because it's the right choice to make for you to maintain your lead. Of course, you could be that guy to pick the same as me. That way he can keep his 6-game lead going into next week. I'm taking Bryce Young and the Carolina Panthers defense. I think they're going to give Sam Darnold fits. The Seahawks don't deserve the NFC West. I think they're the weaker of the 3 teams. I'm taking the Carolina Panthers. You take the Seahawks, be a man and do it.
Oh, don't worry. I'm going to be a man. I'm a man. I'm 52. I'm a man.
Yeah.
Dude, I don't.
Dodge Stratus.
I'm not trying to maintain no lead. I'm just picking who I think's going to win. Because I want the best record at the end of the year.
All right, that's what I want.
The best record I can get. Seattle Seahawks are going to go to Charlotte and tame the Putty Cats. The NFC South, I don't think has a good team in it.
That defense is going to tear Sam Darnold up.
I'll remind you of that.
Wow, that's a statement.
The Seattle Seahawks. All right.
All right, Carolina beat Buffalo.
You're right. Did they? Did Carolina beat Buffalo?
So.
No, the Falcons
lost some games. Games this year.
The Falcons beat Buffalo.
Falcons beat Buffalo.
All right, you got the Arizona Cardinals, the other team that's just total trash, heading to Cincinnati to play the Bengals. I'm going first. Burrow's playing. The Bengals are finishing strong. I'm going Bengals in this game.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the Bengals too, man.
All right, 4 o'clock games. The first pick in the draft is on the line.
Only 2 of them. That's a shame.
The New York Football Giants are going to Vegas to play the Raiders.
Ooh, gosh. I'm taking the New York Giants.
I too am taking the New York Giants.
Game. 4 o'clock. This is what I got to watch at 4 o'clock.
Well, there's a good 4 o'clock game, but this one ain't it. I too am going to take the Giants. All right. The big 4 o'clock game. The Philadelphia Eagles traveling to Buffalo to play the Bills.
Ooh,
The Eagles
man,
have
this is a
started to
good
look
game.
good again. I'm sorry. I know I put them at number 2, but that's mainly just to get them to lose. I'm going to let you have the home team since you love them so much and trying to gain a game. I'm going to go Philadelphia Eagles.
Ooh, man. Okay, I mean, this is a good chance for me to make up the game. I want Buffalo to lose this game. I hate Buffalo more than anything. Here's my top 2 hated things in the world. Is the terrorist of 9/11 and the Buffalo Bills, and it's close. The 9/11 terrorists barely win on this. By like half a point. My 2 most hated things in the history of mankind. I'm taking Buffalo. God, I don't want to. I don't want to cheer for Buffalo, but I got to cheer for Buffalo. I think I'd rather lose than cheer for Buffalo, so give me Buffalo.
All right, give me 1 second. All right, Sunday Night Football. The Chicago Bears are heading to San Francisco to play the 49ers.
This will be such a good game. It's going to be such a good game. Such a good game.
You're first. Oh no, yeah, you're first because I picked
God,
the
this is a tough
Eagles.
one. Okay. Man, this is going to be a good game. I mean, we might be ready for another epic showdown in this game. But here's my outlook on this, and deep in my, and I hate to go back to the Miami Dolphins on this, but wouldn't it be nice if Quinn Ewers was our Brock Purdy? Because I mean, the 49ers hit the lottery. You draft Trey Lance, he's a dud, but then you take Brock Purdy as the last pick in the NFL draft, and he ends up being a phenomenal quarterback. Throws 5 touchdown passes. Only Steve Young and Joe Montana have done that. You're in that company, Brock Purdy. I want Quinn Ewers to be in Bob Greasy, Dan Marino company. I think the 49ers might have a chance to go to the Super Bowl. They're healthy. They're getting healthier. Juwan Jennings is a beast. Big Orange, come on. Give me the 49ers. It's going to be a good one, though. It's going to be a good one.
I really want to pick the Bears in this game because I'll be honest, I'm pulling for the Bears. I hold grudges. I'm still mad about Super Bowl 19, and I will be till the day I die. But I just don't think the Bears are going to San Francisco to win this game after that big emotional win. I'm going to take the 49ers in this game. All right.
I think it's the wise pick. I don't blame you for that.
Monday Night Football. We got the Rams traveling to the ATL to play the Falcons. I'm going to take the road team. I'm going to go with the Rams. I think they are the better team. And that's really all I got to say. The Rams.
I think this is going to, this is going to be a curb stomping. I think the Rams are going to be so upset over that phenomenal game and losing on a 2-point conversion. Wow, give it up to the Seahawks, man. Going for 2 right there. That's a balls call. And I think that's a call you make when you're at home and you're one of the loudest stadiums. I even think they pump in sound crowd noise there because it sounds like something a Seattle team would do. I'm taking the Rams in a curb stomping.
All right, last game, Sunday, 1 o'clock. You get to go first. You got the Battle of Florida, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers coming to South Florida to play the Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins.
Now, we've talked about Dolphins having a hard time covering 2 great receivers. And that's what the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have. And they got a quarterback that can scramble. Ibuka, and probably one of the greatest receivers of all time, Mike Evans, first ballot Hall of Famer. If that doesn't happen, I'm going to protest with Tampa fans. I'm taking the Buccaneers. Florida State champs. I consider Jacksonville Georgia team, by the way. I consider the whole Panhandle and anything above Green Cove Springs, St. Augustine, Georgia.
Well, first of all, the Panhandle, Alabama. The Seminoles, that is Lower Alabama Seminoles. That's not Florida State Seminoles. That's the Lower Alabama Seminoles.
That's Alabama State Seminoles. Alabama State.
Dude, I want to pick Miami, but I just don't think we're going to win this game. I think Tampa's got too much to play for. Our defense has really, the last 2 games, they played good in the first half, but kind of wore down in the second half. We cannot pick up a short yardage. If it's 3rd and 1, we need to throw the ball because we run the ball great unless it's short yardage, and then we don't. I too am going to go Tampa Bay in this game. I hope I'm wrong, kinda, but don't really care that much. But yeah, going Tampa.
Yeah.
So we have.
All right, guys. I mean, we
have one,
how many we
one,
got
2, 3, 4. We have 5 games different. So if you win all of them, you'll only be 1 game back.
All right, nice.
Next week,
I'll take that going into
next
the final.
week, honest to God, is the hardest week in the NFL to pick because we don't know who's going to play.
Oh, 100%.
I mean,
That's a good chance to make up a game or two, too.
Yeah, I mean, I almost said like 3 or 4 weeks ago we shouldn't pick the last week of the season just for that reason. But I won't say it now because if I say it now, it looks like I'm trying to protect my lead. So, but
Well, let's talk about protecting leads, and let's stop recording since we're an hour, just a minute or 2 over, and we'll come back with our college football picks.
we don't have to pick them this week.
Wait a second. Okay, yeah, got you. Okay, so let's just wrap up the show then.
Yeah, we could pick them next week because the first game's New Year's Eve.
I forgot about that.
So, all right, man. Well, good show.
And I think I won.
You went 4. You went.
Great show. I think I won 3, 4.
No, you won all 4, and I won
Perfect.
3 of 4.
That's right, baby, because of this. He didn't believe, folks. That man did not believe in Florida. He let all y'all down.
Go Ohio State.
Oh, my God. All right, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas. Everybody have a good
Happy holidays.
everybody have a good Christmas, and we'll be back to you probably around New Year's next week. We will pick the college football playoff, so we'll get together either Tuesday or Wednesday and make our picks for all that good stuff.
Let's go. The U, baby. Go Panthers, go Marlins, go Heat, go Fins.
Fins up.
Bye-bye, Marv. Merry Christmas.
See you, buddy.